Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramakha, Vasudeva Parayoga, Vasudeva Parakriya, Vasudeva Param Jnanam, Vasudeva Param Tapaha, Vasudeva Paro Dharmo, Vasudeva Paragati, Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha, Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये आराध्यो भगवान् व्रजेशतनया तद्धाम वृन्दावनम् रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधू वर्गेण या कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलम् प्रेम पुमर्तो महान श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभोर्मतम इदं तत्रादरो न पर. Hare Krishna, dear devotees of ISKCON Farmington Hills, on behalf of Srila Prabhupada and on behalf of the management of ISKCON Farmington Hills, we welcome all of you for our morning Srimad Bhagavatam Katha. Today we are reading from Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 15, verse number 14. I hope all of you are able to see this. Lord Brahmaji is explaining the activities of his Manasa Putras, his mind-born sons, the Chatush Kumar, the 4 Kumaras. Vasanti yatra purushaha सर्वे वैकुंठमूर्तयः ये निमित्तेन धर्मेणाराधयन् हरिम् वसन्ति यत्र पुरुषाः सर्वे वैकुंठमूर्तयः ये निमित्तेन धर्मेणाराधयन् हरिम् वसन्ति यत्र पुरुषाः सर्वे वैकुंठमूर्तयः ये निमित्तेन धर्मेणाराधयन् हरिम्. Synonyms: Vasanti, they live. Yatra, where. Purushaha, persons. Sarve, all. Vaikuntha Murtayah, having a 4-handed form similar to that of the Supreme Lord Shri Vishnu. Ye, those Vaikuntha persons, animitta, without desire for sense gratification, nimittena, caused by, dharmena, by devotional service, aradhayan, continuously worshipping, harim, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Hari. Translation and purport by our most beloved and revered founder Acharya. Om Vishnupada Paramhamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtottara Shata Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Translation. So Lord Brahmaji is talking about the activities of the 4 Kumaras. When they went to Vaikuntha, what did they see? In the Vaikuntha planets, all the residents are similar in form to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They all engage in devotional service to the Lord without desires for sense gratification. Purport. The residents and the form of living in Vaikuntha are described in this verse. The residents are all like the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan. In the Vaikuntha planets, Krishna's plenary feature as four-handed Narayan is the predominating deity. And the residents of Vaikuntha Lok are also four-handed, just contrary to our conception here in the material world. Nowhere in the material world do we find a human being with four hands. In Vaikuntha Lok, there is no occupation but the service of the Lord. And this service is not rendered with a purpose. Although every service has a particular result, the devotees never aspire for the fulfillment of their own desires. Their desires are fulfilled by rendering transcendental loving service to Lord Hari. Hare Krishna. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So dear devotees, we are seeing the activities of the residents of Vaikuntha. Srila Prabhupada and our scriptures teach us that the aim of life is to please Lord Hari, to serve Lord Hari. If we are asked, why have we come to ISKCON, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness? Why have we taken to this path of bhakti? If all of us are asked this essential question, the answer is only one. If we ask our respected Kadamba Kanana Prabhu, Prabhu, why have you taken to Krishna consciousness? Why have you come to ISKCON? If I am asked, if any of us are asked, why have we come to Krishna consciousness? There can be many answers, my dear friends. But there is ultimately only one answer. Why all of us have taken shelter of Srila Prabhupada, why all of us have taken to the path of Krishna consciousness. There is only one answer, only one reason. And all of us must have this concept very, very clear in our minds and in our hearts. Why have I come to Krishna consciousness? There is no second reason. There is only one reason. And what is that reason? Srimad Bhagavatam explains. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. The highest perfection of life. Samsiddhir. Siddhir means perfection. Samsiddhir means the highest perfection. The complete perfection for all of us is Hari Toshanam. Hari is Lord Hari, Krishna, and Toshanam means to please Krishna, to make Krishna happy. That is the purpose of life. Our purpose of life is to please Lord Hari, Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means to please Krishna. Atha pumbir shrestha varnashrama vibhagasha swanuchishasta dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. What is the perfection of dharma? Dharmasya samsiddhir is haritoshanam. To please Lord Hari. So everything that we do, we have to question ourselves, will Krishna be pleased? And how do we know if Krishna will be pleased? Krishna doesn't talk to us directly, like how we talk to each other. Krishna doesn't talk to us. We are not that advanced. But Krishna does talk to us in two ways. Krishna speaks to us in two ways. One, through the revealed scriptures. Through Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada has given us Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Through these books, Krishna is speaking to us. because these are Krishna's words. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is filled with the words of Sri Krishna and Krishna's pure devotees. So is Srimad Bhagavatam. In the 11th canto, the Uddhav Gita is filled with Krishna's instructions. And the rest of Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with different pastimes of Krishna that are very instructive, and the activities of Krishna's devotees that are also very instructive. And Sri Bhagavad Gita is filled with Krishna's instructions also. And beautiful prayers of Arjuna, specifically in the 10th and 11th chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Beautiful, beautiful prayers offered by Arjuna to Lord Krishna. So by studying this, we can understand the heart of Krishna. What will please Krishna? That is one. The second way we can understand that Krishna is pleased is if Shri Guru is pleased. Yasya prasadad bhagavat prasado yasya prasadan gati kutopi dhyayanstuam stasya yashastri sandhyam vande guru Shri Charanarvindam. If Guru is pleased, then Krishna is pleased. If Guru is displeased, yasya prasadan. If Guru is aprasad, if Guru is displeased, then Krishna is displeased. Simple formula. So how can we know if Krishna is happy with us, Krishna is pleased with us, if Krishna is satisfied? Simple way to know is to see if Shri Guru is pleased. Therefore, aim of our life is to always try to please Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Radha and Krishna combined. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. And Shri Guru is our Diksha Guru. Shri Guru is our Shiksha Guru. Srila Prabhupada is the preeminent Shiksha Guru for all of us. We read Srila Prabhupada's books, we hear Srila Prabhupada's lectures, we follow the Bhajan Pranali, the method of devotional practice that has been taught by Srila Prabhupada. So we are Srila Prabhupadanugas. We are followers of Srila Prabhupada. He is the Shiksha Guru for everyone for all time to come. And we have our Diksha Guru, who are pure followers of Srila Prabhupada. And then Srila Prabhupada is representing an entire unbroken chain of acharyas, self-realized acharyas, coming directly from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So therefore, our aim is to please Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga, Guru Gauranga. When we say Guru, it includes our Diksha Guru, it includes Srila Prabhupada, it includes our Shiksha Gurus, it includes our Guru Parampara, all the way to Adi Guru Nityananda Ram, all the way to Lord Balaram, Adi Guru Tattva, the Akhanda Guru Tattva, Samasta Guru Tattva. So when we say Guru, it refers to all these Gurus. And because it is Akhanda Guru Tattva, it includes Gurus of other Sampradayas also. The word Guru, when we say Jai Guru Gauranga, all glories to Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga, these two words, Guru Gauranga, includes Shripad Ramanujacharya, Shripad Madhvacharya, Shripad Vishnu Swami, Shri Nimbarkacharya, Shripad Vallabhacharya. All the acharyas, they are included in the word Guru. Specifically, our Gaudiya Vaishnava Guru Acharyas. And up to the Nityananda Prabhu, up to Lord Balaram. And Gauranga is Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Radha and Krishna in a combined form. Combined form, so beautiful. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Ladinir Shaktir Asmad Ekat Manav Api Bhuvi Pura Deha Bhedam Gatautau Chaitanyakyam Prakatam Adhuna Taddvayam Chaikyam Aptam Radha Bhavadyuti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. He's Krishna Swarup. He's Krishna, but with Radha Bhava. He's Radha and Krishna combined. So these two words are the most beautiful words in this whole creation. Guru Gauranga. Because it includes everyone. It includes everyone. All our Shiksha Gurus, our Diksha Guru, our Guru Paramparas, all the Akhanda Guru Tattva, and Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and Shri Shri Radha Krishna. Jai Guru Gauranga. Two words. Jai Guru Gauranga. So beautiful. Purpose of life is to please Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga. There is nothing else in our life. Once my spiritual master, my revered spiritual master, was asked on his Vyasa Puja, how can we please you? By one sincere disciple. And Srila Guru Maharaj replied, just one sentence, but very profound. Shri Guru Maharaj, he replied, make your personal likes and dislikes subservient to the mission of Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. So profound. Because we like so many things, we dislike so many things. We want to do so many things, we don't want to do so many things. But Srila Guru Maharaj said, make your personal likes and dislikes subservient to the mission of Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. What do Shri Guru Shri Gauranga want? What they want is just one thing. They don't have two different opinions. What Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu wants, that the six Goswamis want. That Srinivas, Shamananda, and Narottam Das Thakur want. That's what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wants. That's what Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan wants. That's what Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. That's what Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj wants, whose divine disappearance day is today, on this auspicious tithi of Utthana Ekadashi, the first day of Bhishma Panchak. That's what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada wants. And that's what our Prabhupada, Srila Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada wants. It's the same mission. Same mission. Jibe doya name ruchi Vaishnava sevan. Ei chhadi dharma nahi suno Sanatan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Sanatan Goswami. Jibe doya, preach to the innocent people who are suffering in Kali Yuga. Preach to them. Jibe doya, name ruchi. Take intense shelter of Harinam. Madhuram madhure bhyopi mangale bhyopi mangalam. Pavanam pavane bhyopi harer namayava kevalam. A brahma stamba paryantam sarvam maya mayam jagat satyam satyam punha satyam harer namayava kevalam. Nishwasa nahi vishwasa kadarudho bhavishyati kirtaniyo mato balyad harer namayava kevalam. Hari sada vaset tatra yatra bhagavata jana gayanti bhakti bhavena harer namayava kevalam. Srila Nilakantha Goswami, a follower of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one of our acharyas, has so beautifully given us these beautiful verses in Kevala Ashtakam, glorifying the holy name. Madhuram madhure bhyopi. The most sweetest of all sweets is Harinam. Mangale bhyopi mangalam. The most auspicious of all auspicious things is Harinam. In life, we go through auspicious, inauspicious situations. We go through sweet and bitter experiences. But the sweetest is Harinam. The most auspicious is Harinam. And Pavanam, Pavane bhyopi harer namayava kevalam. And of all the purifying things, the most purifying is Harinam. There is no purification like chanting Harinam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Name Ruchi. Mahaprabhu has instructed, Jive Doya Name Ruchi. Chant the holy name. The minimum prescribed quota that has been given by Shri Guru, 16 rounds minimum every day. That is the bare minimum. That is the bare minimum. We have to do that nicely, sitting in one asana every morning before 7 a.m. on our Japamala. Come what may, no matter what time we sleep. 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. is our bhajan time. 3 hours in the morning, at least, if not more. So, Name Ruchi. If we do this, then we will get Name Ruchi. Because Nam Ruchi comes after Anartha Nivritti. There is Adav Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha. Because of Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya begins. Because of Bhajan Kriya, there is Anartha Nivritti. Then we get firm faith, Nishtha. And then comes taste, Ruchi. Ruchi matures into Asakti. Asakti transforms into Bhav. And Bhav is the preliminary stage of our Pancham Purushartha, the highest goal. And that is Krishna Prem. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada taught us every morning to recite that we have to avoid these 10 offenses and chant sincerely in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prem. That final 9th stage of evolution of a sadhaka is Krishna Prem. And Srila Prabhupada has set this morning program in such a way that every morning we remind ourselves of Prayojan Tattva. What is our Prayojan? What is the highest perfection? It is Krishna Prem. We should not lose sight of that. So, Jibe Doya Name Ruchi. We must take shelter of the holy name and chant. like everything depends on it. A Brahma stambha paryantam sarvam mayamayam jagat. Satyam satyam punah satyam harer namayava kevalam. Giyatam giyatam nityam. We have to constantly chant the holy name because that's all we have. We have nothing else. Jibe doya name ruchi and Vaishnava sevan. We have to do Vaishnava seva. We have to associate with devotees and serve them with humility. Considering every Vaishnava to be more advanced than us. Even a devotee who is walking into the temple or walking into the Bhakti Vriksha for the first time is more advanced than us. Why? Because he has come, he's sitting on the floor and humbly listening. Whereas I'm sitting here on an elevated seat and speaking. I'm so proud. He's so humble. He has come to listen. You are more advanced than me, Prabhu. Everyone is more advanced than us. That is humility. I am the least advanced. In this mood, we have to serve the Vaishnavas. Jibe doya name ruchi Vaishnava sevan iha chhadi dharma nahi suno sanatan. Srila Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj would keep reciting this verse. You see, there are many versions of Chaitanya Charitamrita. The Chaitanya Charitamrita that was published by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Chaitanya Charitamrita, which was same, that was used by our Srila Prabhupada to translate into English, does not have this particular verse. But Srila Vamshidas Babaji Maharaj used to keep reciting this verse. He's our Acharya. There are several versions of Chaitanya Charitamrita, and some verses here and there may be little different or missing. But this is a very essential teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatana Goswami. There are only three things. Iha chhadi dharma nahi. Other than these three things, there is no other dharma. Listen, Sanatan. Shuno Sanatan. What is that? Jibe doya. We should preach. Name ruchi. We should take exclusive shelter of Harinam and chant with taste. Like everything depends on Harinam. Harer namayava kevalam. And Vaishnava seva. We have to serve Vaishnavas. Vaishnava seva. This is the triangle. Equilateral triangle for a devotee. All the three sides of this triangle are very important. Jibe doya, name ruchi, Vaishnava sevan, iha chhadi dharma nahi, shuno sanatan. So this is the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and this is what is being taught in our parampara by all our acharyas. If we practice this, then we can please Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga, which is the aim of our life. In this particular verse that we read today, the theme, the essential theme is that in a liberated state, in a purified state, what do the devotees of Lord do? They serve Radha and Krishna. In the Vaikuntha planets, they serve in the four-armed form. But Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita clearly explains that above the Vaikuntha lokas, and Sri Brahma Samhita also explains, there is Goloka Vrindavan. And in Goloka Vrindavan, Yugala Kishore, Yugala Kishore. We have our Yugala Kishore Prabhu, Yugala Kishore Das Prabhu. Yugala Kishore, they live eternally in Goloka Vrindavan. Yugala means two. Kishore means the youthful couple. They are eternally 15, 16-year-old. They never age, always youthful. Krishna's pastimes are divided into three pastimes. There is Kumar Leela, Paugandi Leela, and Kaishori Leela. So Kishore Leela, Kaishori Leela, they are youthful pastimes where they perform Rasa Leela, where they enjoy pastimes at Radha Kund, Sham Kund. That form is the highest. Aradhya Bhagwan Vrajesha Tanayasta Dhama Vrindavanam. The pastimes in Vrindavan, not so much the pastimes that took place in Mahavan, because those are Kaumarya Leela, childhood pastimes. But the highest pastime, all the pastimes in Kumar Leela, they are perfect. The pastimes in Pauganda Leela, where there is Purva Rag, there is Govardhan Dharan Leela, they are even more perfect. But Krishna's Kaishorya pastimes, his Kishora Leela, his Rasa Leela and other pastimes, they are most perfect. And that is the highest object for our meditation and worship. So in Goloka Vrindavan, Yugala Kishore, Shri Shri Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishore Jivane Marane Gati Ara Nahi More. Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishore. They are Yugala Kishore, Radha and Krishna. They are served eternally by millions and millions of gopi and manjari maid servants. Chintamani prakhara sadmashu kalpa vriksha lakshavrteshu surabhirabhipalayantam Lakshmi sahasra sata sambrama sevyamanam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Shri Shri Radha Govinda, the Ishtadev of Srila Prabhupada, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, they are eternally served by innumerable, countless sakhis and manjaris. There are Ashta Sakhis and there are Ashta Manjaris. They are constantly, and then they have their own yuthas, they have their own groups, and under them there are countless Manjari maid servants. And all our acharyas, they are Manjaris in Goloka Vrindavan. For example, Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj is Guda Manjari. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahashaya is Kamala Manjari. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Nayana Mani Manjari. So in this way, all our acharyas, Narottam, Shamananda, Srinivas Thakurs, 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, all of them are Manjaris in spiritual world. They are serving. So that is what we are reading in today's verse. That in the spiritual world, the liberated devotees, they are eternally serving Radha and Krishna. And what is their mood? Whatever pleases you, my Lord, that's what I will do. Whatever pleases you, my Lord, that is what I will do. I don't have any personal agenda, but samsiddhir haritoshanam. I just want to please you. Whatever you like, I will do that. Jivane marane gati arana himor. I have no other destination in life or in death except you two, except your service. Vrindavaneshwari Radha, Krishno Vrindavaneshwaraha, Jivane Nidhane Nityam Radha Krishna Gatir Mama. Srila Jiva Goswami has prayed like this in his Yugal Ashtakam. Radha Krishna Gatir Mama. I only want to serve you. Srila Narottam Das Thakur in this beautiful bhajan, Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore. Such a beautiful prayer. He wants to seat Radha and Krishna on a beautiful asana. He wants to fan them with chamar while beholding their beautiful lotus faces. He wants to, Radha and Krishna are so busy gazing at each other that he doesn't want to even distract them by offering them any bhoga. So with his own hands, he wants to put pan, tambul in their lotus mouths. Adhare tuliya divo karpura tambule. He wants to fan them. He wants to apply Shama Gauri Ange Dibo Chandane Ragandha Chamara Dulabo Kabeheri Mukha Chandra. Gazing at their beautiful lotus faces, he wants to fan them. And he wants to apply sandalwood pulp, fragrant sandalwood pulp on Sham, means Sham Sundar, and Gauri, means Gaurangi, Radharani. On their Shri Anga, he wants to apply sandalwood paste. And then Gathi ya Malatir Mala Dibo Dohar Gale. We have our Malati Devi, disciple of Srila Prabhupada, glorious disciple of Srila Prabhupada. You see, Srila Prabhupada has given names from all these Nitya Lila. Gathi ya Malatir Mala Dibo Dohar Gale. Adhare tuliya dibo karpura tambule. I will garland them with fragrant malati flowers from the groves of Vrindavan. With my own hands, Gathiya Malatir Mala. I will make a garland with my own hands, not buy mala from some Indian store. I will make a garland with my own hands, and I will garland Radha Shamasundar. Gathiya Malatir Mala Dibo Dohar Gale. And then I will feed them nice, fragrant, tasty, sweet tambul, sweet pan. They can chew as they enjoy their pastimes, and I'm fanning them. Lalita Vishakha Adi Jata Sakhi Brinda Adnyaya Koribo Seba Charana Ravinda. I will do charan seva. I will massage the soft lotus feet of Radha and Krishna as they are sitting on their asana. But how I will serve them? Under the guidance of Lalita and Vishakha Sakhi. Lalita, Vishakha, Adi, and other Sakhis also. Under their guidance, I will serve them. Therefore, we have to always remain under the guidance of our Guru Varga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhur Daseranu Dasa Sevaya Bhilasha Kore Narottama Dasa. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhur Daser Anudas. Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatan Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, they are the servants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and their servant is Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami is the servant of Rup Sanatan. Srila Lokanath Goswami is a servant of Mahaprabhu. And I am the Diksha disciple of Srila Lokanath Goswami, and I am the Shiksha disciple of Srila Jiva Goswami. So therefore, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daser Anudas. Seva Abhilasha Kore Narottama Das. And who are we? We are the servants of Srila Narottam Das Thakur. So we can sing Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daseranu Dasa Sevaya Bhilasha Kore Daseranu Dasa. We can say this prayer for ourselves, that this Das Anudas also has this Abhilasha. When will I, under the guidance of our Guru Varga, serve Radha and Krishna in the spiritual world? Why cannot this bhajan be our meditation as we chant our japa every morning? Srila Narottam Das Thakur has given this bhajan. Srila Prabhupada has taught us this bhajan and included in our ISKCON songbook. Let this bhajan be our meditation. Radha and Krishna are on their jhula, or they're sitting on their nice simhasan. They are being served by all the Sakhis and Manjaris, and under the guidance of Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Varga, I would also like to render some humble menial service in the mood of servant of the servant. This meditation should be there during our chanting. With our ears, we are hearing the Mahamantra. With our tongue and mouth, we are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And in our heart, we have the beautiful paintings given to us by our acharyas. Srila Prabhupada called them windows into the spiritual world. All these Vaishnava bhajans, they are windows into the spiritual world. They give us insight into the spiritual world. This is what is going on in the spiritual world. That it's not about what I want. What will please you, my Lord? What will please you, Radha and Krishna? I will do that. Joy, joy, pyaro bhave, sei more bhave. Whatever is pleasing to Radha and Krishna, that is what I want. I don't have any separate agenda. Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tohar, nitya dasa tua, nitya dasa prati tua adhikar. You are my adhikari, my dear Radha and Krishna. You have full adhikar, you have full authority over me. You are my authorities. You can do whatever you want with me. Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tohar, nitya dasa prati tua adhikar. I am eternally your servant. Jivera swarupa hai Krishner nitya das, Krishnera tatastha shakti, bheda bhed prakash. Eternally, I am your servant, Krishna. You can do whatever you want with me. I am yours. Like our Srila Prabhupada on the Jaladuta prayed. Ani yacho jadi Prabhu, amare nachate, nachao nachao Prabhu, nachao se mate. Kashtera putali jatha, nachao se mate, nachao nachao Prabhu, nachao se mate. This is my favorite prayer. Srila Prabhupada has summarized the essential essence of all Vedic teachings in this simple Bengali poem that erupted from his heart as he was alone sitting on a Jaladuta, feeling separation from Shri Vrindavan Dham, having only Chaitanya Charitamrita and the holy name as his companions. Srila Prabhupada wrote this in his diary. Ani acho jodi Prabhu. Now that you have brought me here, amare nachate. Make me dance. Nachao, nachao, Prabhu, nachao, se mate. Make me dance the way you want. Like a wooden puppet. Kasthera putali jatha. Nachao se mate. Nachao, nachao, Prabhu, nachao se mate. You want me to get heart attacks on the Jaluda ship? So be it. You want me to fast for 10 days with no food because of intense seasickness and nausea, vomiting? So be it. You want me to sit on the Simhasan as the Jagat Guru, as the Acharya of an international society? So be it. Whatever you want, my Lord, I am yours. I am yours. This is what is the activity, my dear friends, of the liberated souls in the spiritual world. Whatever you want, Krishna, that is what I will do. Our acharyas tell the story of a sadhu who was once going in a boat in Navadvip. He was a disciple of, he was a sadhu in our Gaudiya Sampradaya. And he lived always in Navadvip Dham doing his bhajan, always chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sadhu Babaji, always chanting. So he had his bead bag, he had his mala, and constantly he was chanting Harinam. And from time to time, he would leave his bhajan kutir and go to different islands of Navadvip to visit the different pastime places of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. One day, he wanted to cross the river Ganga and take darshan of different Leela Sthalis, pastime places of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Navadvip. So the boatman said, all right, you're Babaji, you don't have money, you're a sadhu, you don't have to pay me any fare. I know you have no money, you're a kinchan. Please come and sit. The boat was filled with passengers. Everybody gave the payment, the fare, so that they will be ferried across the Ganga. It was the rainy season, the Ganga was flooded. This boatman got his boat full. The Sadhu Babaji also sat down. All he had was his bead bag and his small little kamandalu to drink water. He sat down. In his right hand was his bead bag. He was chanting Harinam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And in his left hand, he was holding his kamandalu. Only two possessions. He was wearing a simple kopin and a little cloth to cover his body. That's all. Like a true Sadhu Vairagi Baba. He was doing his Nam Bhajan. The boat started. And somehow, unfortunately, there was a vortex in the Ganga. There was a place where the water was sucking underneath. It was a vortex. And this boatman was trying to avoid that vortex. They are very dangerous. It was a small boat and heavy, filled with people. He was trying to avoid that vortex, but the current was so swift that the boat got stuck into that vortex. And this boatman started screaming at the top of his lungs, "Oh, Krishna, Krishna, we are drowning. Krishna, Krishna, we are drowning. Krishna, you are drowning." So this Babaji, is almost in a samadhi, chanting Harinam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And in his meditation, he hears this boatman is shouting, "Krishna, drowning the boat, Krishna, drowning the boat." He thought Krishna is drowning this boat. Krishna wants to sink this boat. So immediately took his kamandalu and dipped it in the Ganga and started pouring water in the boat. With his kamandalu, he started taking water from the river and pouring it inside the boat. Already water was coming inside the boat and sinking the boat. And this Babaji is taking water with his kamandalu and he started pouring inside the boat. And the boatman is watching. "Babaji, what are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, the boat is sinking and you're helping it sink even more." And then he told all the people, passengers, "Do something. Let's try our best." Everybody was trying to somehow get the boat out of that vortex. And somehow, miraculously, the boat came out of the vortex and they were safe. And this boatman started screaming, "Yay, yay, we have been saved. We have Krishna, Krishna, we are saved. Krishna, we are saved." This Babaji thought that the boatman is saying, "Krishna wants to save the boat. Krishna wants to save the boat." So he took his kamandalu, was taking water from inside the boat and throwing it outside, taking water with his kamandalu from inside the boat and throwing it outside. And again, this boatman is watching with curiosity what this Babaji is doing. Anyway, they crossed the Ganga, they came to the other side. The boat was safely anchored. All the passengers started getting down. Everyone got down. Then in the end, this Babaji also, he got up and he was exiting the boat. He thanked the boatman. The boatman said, Prabhu, I have a question. Is it okay if I ask you? Babaji said, yes, sure, ask. What is it? The boatman asked, Babaji, your behavior has bewildered me. It's confusing me. When the boat was sinking, you were pouring water from the river inside the boat to sink it further. And then when somehow with everyone's efforts, our hard work and everything, somehow we were able to get the boat out of the vortex and the boat was saved. Then you started pouring water from inside the boat outside. What is this? I'm completely confused with this behavior. When the boat is sinking, you're trying to sink it. When the boat is getting rescued, you're trying to rescue. What is it? So the sadhu, Paramahamsa Babaji, he replied, I don't know, initially when you were screaming, I thought you were saying Krishna wants to sink the boat. Krishna, we are sinking. I thought you were saying Krishna wants to sink the boat. So I was helping Krishna. If Krishna wants to sink the boat, then let me help Krishna. Yes, that is Krishna's plan. Let me help Krishna. And then you started screaming, we are being saved, we are being saved. Krishna is saving us, Krishna is saving us. I thought, oh wow, now Krishna wants to save the boat. So I was helping Krishna. I was helping Krishna save the boat. I was throwing the water outside. So the Babaji said that whatever Krishna wants, that's what I want to do. Of course, we should not imitate. This is the situation. This is the condition of a liberated Paramahamsa Babaji. They are thinking like this, always in samadhi, always in absorption. What does Krishna want? And they want to do what Krishna wants. They don't have any separate. Not that we in the hospital, somebody is dying. Oh, Krishna is trying to kill you. Let me help Krishna. And I will squeeze your neck. No, not like that. But the story shows that the pure Paramahamsa Babajis, a pure devotee of the Lord, always wants to serve Krishna the way Krishna wants. Whatever Krishna wants to do, they are always helping Krishna, assisting Krishna. Nikunjayo no ratikeli siddhyayali bhir yuktirapekshaniya tatradidakshad ativallabhasya vande guru Shri Charanaravindam. Shri Guru, in the 6th verse of Guru Ashtakam, it is said, is always very expert in trying to make tasteful arrangements for Krishna and Radharani to enjoy their Nikunja Leela, their confidential pastimes in the forest groves of Vrindavan. They are very expert, always trying to make arrangements for Krishna and Radharani to enjoy together. That is the service of Shri Guru. Shri Guru never asks anything for himself or herself. Never. Guru always wants to use everything in the service of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, whatever he got, he used it in the service of his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Never for himself. Guru Maharaj said, preach, Srila Prabhupada preached. Guru Maharaj said, if you ever get money, print books. Srila Prabhupada established the biggest printing press of Vedic literature in the world, the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. You see? So Srila Prabhupada, whatever facilities Krishna gave him, he used it in the service of Guru and Gauranga. That is pure devotee. Guru never takes anything for oneself. Guru is always detached. And sometimes people ask, why Srila Prabhupada used to wear rings? Once a very senior devotee told me, Prabhuji, you should go to a gemologist and get nice gems that will suit you so that you will get good fortune. I said, why should I do that? Because that is not parodharmo. Savai pumsam parodharmo yatho bhaktir adhokshaje. This is not parodharmo. Why should I do that? That is a lower dharma, to take shelter of all these things like astrology and gemology. He said, no. Hurry. Even Srila Prabhupada believed in gemology. Srila Prabhupada used to wear these different gems, rings, like that. So that is the only thing he got from Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada also believed in astrology. Yes, because these are Vedic sciences. Astrology is a Vedic science, and it is the fact. It works. But that is not our ashraya. That is not our shelter. Dainya atma nivedana goptritve varana Avashya rakshibe Krishna Vishwasa Palana. This is Sharanagati. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining that Goptritve Varana, accepting Krishna as our maintainer, not anybody else or anything else, not astrology, not gemology, not even Ayurveda. Yes, those are bona fide Vedic sciences, but that is not where our shelter is, please. Avashya rakshibe Krishna Vishwasa Palana. We do all these things. We may go to a Vaidya, we may go to a doctor. But that is not who is our maintainer. That is not who is our protector. Avashya rakshibe Krishna. For the sake of lok vyavahar, because we are in this material world, we have a material body, and to assist us in our bhajan. Because to do bhajan, it is helpful to have a healthy body. So we must eat less, we must remain active and practice some yoga asanas to keep the body fit. But that is only so that we can do bhajan with the body, not so that we look good and we appear fit and people compliment us. Prabhu, you don't look 42. You still look like you're 35 and I'm feeling great. Yes, I'm young. No, that is not the part. That is complete distraction. We are not this body. That is a mundane bodily concept of life. So Srila Prabhupada did not come to teach gemology, please. Srila Prabhupada did not come to teach Ayurveda. Srila Prabhupada had Ayurvedic pharmacy, Prayag pharmacy. Srila Prabhupada left all that behind. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was the greatest astrologer on this planet. He rejected astrology because that is not parodharma. Savai pumsam parodharmo yatho bhaktir adhokshaje. Krishna bhakti. Adhokshaja is the name of Krishna. Yatho bhaktir adhokshaje. That is parodharma. That is the supreme dharma. That is Jaiva dharma. Ahaituki. In the purport that we just read, it said, it is not because of some purpose. I want to get something from Krishna. Ahaituki. Without expecting anything in return, devotional service should be performed. And apratihata. It should be continuous. Not that I will be a devotee only on Ekadashi, or only during Bhishma Panchak, or only during Sunday feast. Rest of the time I can watch cricket match, I can watch a movie, I can have Netflix membership, I can watch news channels. This is complete nonsense. We will remain half-baked devotees for the rest of our life and never get Krishna. Bhagavad Prapti will not happen. We cannot get Krishna with one foot in material world and trying to put another foot in Krishna consciousness. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. Krishna will take care, yes, but only if we are ananya. Only we have ananya. Shadanga sharanagati hoibe jahara tahara prarthana shune Shri Nanda Kumar. Shri Nanda Kumar, Lord Krishna will listen to our prayer only if we have got the 6 limbs of Sharanagati. Bhakti anukula matra karyera svikara bhakti pratikula bhava varjanangikara. Accepting what is favorable, anukula is a sankalpa, as Srila Rupa Goswami writes, and what is unfavorable, bhakti pratikula bhava varjanangikara, pratikula se varjanam. Giving up things that are unfavorable, gemology, astrology, thinking that some doctor is going to save my life. Everything is in the hands of the doctors. This is nonsense. This is a complete material concept of life. Having faith in our insurance, health insurance, home insurance, automobile insurance, 401k, employer, this is not our maintainer. Our maintainer is not Facebook or Google or Apple. We feel very prestigious. I have been hired by this company, this hospital, Fortune 500, top employer has employed me. I have got a permanent job. This is nonsense. None of this. This is like a house made of playing cards. One blow of Maya, the whole house of cards will come crumbling down. A Brahma Stamba Paryatam Sarva Maya Mayam Jagat. It is all Maya Maya Jagat. Satyam Satyam Punha Satyam Harer Namayava Kevalam. Uma Kahu Mai Anubhav Apna Sat Hari Bhajan Jagata Sabha Sapna. Goswami Tulsidas ji writes in Ramcharitmanas, Lord Shiva is telling Parvati Devi, Uma Kahu Mai Anubhav Apna. Oh Uma, oh Mother Parvati, I am telling you my Anubhav. This is Vigyan, this is not Gyan. I am telling my Anubhav, my experience, realized knowledge. What is it? Sat Hari Bhajan Jagata Sab Sapna. Uma kahun main anubhav apna. The only truth is Hari Bhajan. That is the only thing that is eternal. Neha bhikramanaashosti pratyavayo na vidyate sarvamavivasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. In this path of Krishna consciousness, there is no loss and diminution. Everything is permanent. But everything else in this material world is Maya. Ma means not. Ya means this. Srila Prabhupada very brilliantly translates Maya means that which is not. It is illusory. It is there, but it is not there because it is temporary. It is temporary. We cannot invest our heart, we cannot put our faith in these material things like money, friends. I have got so many friends on Facebook. Nobody will come to our rescue at the time of death. Once a devotee was saying, I am coming to ISKCON since 1975. But he was not wearing Tulsi Kanthimala. He was not chanting at least 16 rounds. And he was not initiated. And he was proudly saying, when those preachers come to the town, they stay with me. What is the use? At the time of death, nobody is going to ask you. The Yamdutas will not ask you how many years you are attending. Because you have not accepted the message of Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada was asked, how can we show our love for you, Srila Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada said two things. Accept what I have come to give and share it with others. So we have to accept what Srila Prabhupada came to give. That is real service. Not by just giving donations or just coming and becoming a life member. All that is okay, but all that is external. Most important is to sit with a humble service attitude, submissively hear and transform. Like Mrigari transformed. That is real disciple. There should be internal transformation. Reading Srila Prabhupada's books should lead to transformation. Reading today's verse and purport should make us think that the Jaiva Dharma, the Nitya Dharma is to do what Radha and Krishna want. Therefore, let me try to mold my life so that Anukulyasa Sankalpa, Pratikulyasa Varjanam. Whatever is favorable, I want to keep it in my life. Whatever is unfavorable, I want to give it away. This transformation has to take place. So that is the essential message of this verse, dear devotees. There is much more to say, but I will stop here because I have another service at 9:30. So we have only 12 minutes. So if there are any comments or questions, we can take them now. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. I think Prabhuji, you are on mute. Shri Gopal Prabhu. Okay, one second, Prabhu. Let me. Shri Gopal Prabhu. Wait, you can unmute Prabhu. 1 second. Yes, Prabhu. Now you can unmute.
Thank you very much for wonderful class and giving us a message of Hare Krishna. That's our first and foremost duty, just to do things which Lord Krishna and Radharani want us to do. Prabhuji, Kadam Kanan to step out, so I'm just assisting him to coordinate a little. So at this time, anyone in the Zoom, if any devotees have question, perfect time to ask question. Anyone has any question on this wonderful class that Prabhu just gave? And I'll also be checking Facebook in case there's any question there.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, everyone is allowed to be unmuted?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So devotees, please mute yourself, whoever question, and then utilize this opportunity.
I don't think there are any questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams.
Hare Krishna, Shri Gaurangi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for this amazing class, Prabhuji. I had just one question. In the beginning of the class, you mentioned how what should be our goal is Krishna is happy. Hari said that Krishna is happy when Guru is happy. That should be our aim, right? And another thing, Prabhuji, that my mind sometimes keeps tricking me. Sometimes we don't know what makes Guru happy. Sometimes we don't know what makes devotees happy. And very nice point that you said was, our Guru Maharaj says that put your desires and wants subservient to Krishna's desires. Prabhuji, sometimes it becomes difficult to practically understand that point. If you have any simple tips, I know Krishna has given us intelligence to use, but anything that has helped you personally, Prabhuji, in your life when you are stuck, what will make Guru and Krishna happy?
One should ask Shri Guru directly what I can do to please you. How may I please you? That is the only question that Srila Prabhupada asked Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Prabhupada wrote his final letter to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in December 1936, just a few weeks before Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur disappeared from this world. And Srila Prabhupada had only one question: how may I please you? How may I serve you? And then Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur wrote that you should preach in the English language. That will do good to you and that will do good to the world. So please preach. So we should ask Shri Guru. And Srila Prabhupada, what will please Srila Prabhupada, that is clearly there in Srila Prabhupada's books and purports. Srila Prabhupada has established the 7 purposes for ISKCON. Following those purposes, living our life in harmony with those purposes will please Srila Prabhupada. So it is not difficult to understand what will please Shri Guru.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else has any questions or comments?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Praveen Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very enlightening class. You mentioned earlier at the beginning of the class regarding Guru, what are the included, basically Guru of our God brothers Guru, or even our Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, and Guru from other Sampradayas also. So just one clarification needed, Prabhuji, like many times we learn from our God brothers also. We consider, like we mentioned in the Shastra, that we consider our God brothers to be our friends and newcomers as a compassion towards them. So if we are learning from God brothers, our then will that also included as a part of a Guru?
No. No, Prabhu. Guru is a very deep term. And Guru cannot be applied. We cannot call just anybody our Shiksha Guru. That is wrong. Because Guru is someone who is a pure devotee. If someone is not a pure devotee, that person can never become Guru. Guru na satyat, swajana na satyat, pita na satyat, janani na satyat, devaya na satyat, na pati na satyat, namo chayatyo samupeta mrutyum. Unless one is liberated and can help the dependents get liberated from the repeated cycle of birth and death, one should not become a Guru. One cannot be a Guru. So the problem with this is, if we have God brothers from whom we are learning, we learn from everyone. We learn from all devotees. There is something nice we can learn from all devotees. In the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, in Uddhav Geet, when Lord Krishna is instructing Uddhav, he talks about the Avadut Brahman, Lord Dattatreya. He had 24 gurus. And he had gurus like prostitutes and pythons and pigeon. He is learning from everyone. So we can learn from everyone. But they cannot be called gurus. Even though in that reference, they are called gurus. But the way you mean Guru, because you are learning something Krishna conscious from them, you are getting Shiksha from them, those cannot be considered a Shiksha Guru. Our God brothers from whom we learn are not our Shiksha Gurus. And I'll tell you why. Because what if they have spiritual difficulty in the future? What if they fall down? Then what will happen to your faith? If you have put your faith in them as your Shiksha Guru, then what will happen? If you consider them to be your Guru, then what will happen? Maya is very strong. So we need a Guru who can kick out Maya from our life. Guru can never fall down. If someone has a fall down, that is not a Guru. So therefore, we have our Diksha Guru. We should choose a Diksha Guru who is a pure devotee. And we should consider only that person or those persons as our Shiksha Gurus who are pure devotees. Others can be our loving friends, intimate friends, and we care for them. We learn from them, yes. We get inspiration from them, yes. We learn from them, we help them, they help us. That is friendship, but not Guru. Guru word cannot be used lightly. Nowadays, people use the word Guru for anything. Oh, he is a business Guru. He is an entrepreneurship Guru. He is my sitar Guru. He is my harmonium Guru. No. The word Guru is a very specific term. Shri Guru is a very specific term. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. So Guru is someone who is liberated. Guru is someone who is a pure devotee. Guru is someone who can deliver Krishna to us. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomara shakati ache. Ami to kangal, Krishna Krishna boli, dhai tava pache pache. Only someone who has the power to give Krishna to us, someone who will never fall down, who is a pure devotee, should be called a Guru, a Shiksha Guru. Otherwise, our faith will be disturbed, because so many times devotees can have difficulties in their life. So we should not put faith in them as Guru. Otherwise, we are setting ourselves up for a spiritual crisis. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for details.
Hare Krishna.